I'm Sarah Banwell, the editor of fundoperator.com. I'm here with Gianluca Pescaroli, lecturer in business continuity and organisational resilience and director of the MSc in Risk, Disaster and Resilience at University College London. Gianluca's speaking at our Fund Management Operations Summit in November this year, so we wanted to catch up with him ahead of that to get a little bit of flavour of what he might talk about. Hi, Gianluca.
Hi to all. I hope you are all well and safe and looking forward to meet you online.
Great. So you're giving a keynote at our conference and it's looking at kind of resilience in the wake of coronavirus. So my first question is, how resilient have fund operators been throughout the coronavirus crisis?
So despite all the challenges, fund operator managed to actually swift to online quite smoothly. Despite all the challenges, all the problems that could have become, and the challenges in adequating the BCP plan as things were going on. On the other hand, there are clearly new challenges emerging with people and personnel working from home in terms of security behaviors and priorities. What we are going to do during my talk, we are also highlighting some of the results of our research that we should support a better use of resilience in this kind of situation as the situation progresses based on people's perception.
Great. And with that in mind, what would you say are some of the hallmarks of resilience and what are the signs that we can look for to see whether or not a business is coping well?
Well, first of all, there are the standards indicators associated with, for example, resilience maturity levels, ISO standards. But it's very important that operators start to do regular assessments of their personnel. And again, integrating the priority and the perception of their own personnel within their framework. So as the situation evolves and plan needs to be updated, we need to be aware how the organization itself is changing and how society and the impact of societal change on personnel influence our resilience.
I see. And are there any things that you think that firms could have perhaps done better? And how should our asset management audience think about improving their future resilience?
So one of the critical challenges I see is definitely the problem of concurrency that is going to rise in particular during this winter in terms of extreme events that happens at the same time. And they're still, unfortunately, considered very unlikely for part of the personnel. The other thing is that we are being able until now to keep things going fairly smoothly despite local interruption of ICT, but we need to have in place plan B for example, extended localized disruption of communication, for example, associated with winter flooding, storms, or even extended cyber attack. The other point I would like, please take care and start to think about how to deal with fake information and how this can influence your own personnel.
Yes, that all makes great sense to me. And then, you know, on a similar vein, how well prepared would you say the industry is for dealing with future crises? So perhaps not pandemics, but other things that might come up, and any other future issues associated with this current crisis.
Yeah, so part of our research that I will also bring at the operational level during my keynote is that the pandemic is here to stay. We know it. This is going to happen in concurrency with other events, including cyber attacks that are already ongoing. And we are coming in a new age where the sun is modifying the activity. For example, if you have seen the series last year on Sky at the beginning of this year about extreme special weather events, there could be technological failure associated with a lot of events. The key problem is that we need to be aware about systemic and interconnected risk and to address those common point of failure that need to be targeted. So we can put together different things from natural hazard to man-made or intentional threats and see which are the common vulnerabilities and point of failure, then build our strategies to be bulletproof on that. So the more we understand this common point of failure and vulnerabilities, the more we can prepare for what we prevent and what also are not seeing.
That makes sense. And permit me one final question, if you will. Do you think that this whole crisis has shone a light on the need for businesses to have business continuity planning and mitigation planning in place? Do you think, firms are starting to see how important it is to kind of prepare for unknown risks and known risks?
So I think all this is fundamental. the problem we may see is that there may be now an overconfidence of a lot of organizations and businesses that managed to deal and navigate toward the crisis, even if the BCP was not perfect or was a bit immature. The problem is that things are not stopping here. They're going to just get more complex. And this thing is here to stay. So this is a great call to improve and evolve our BCP and organizational resilience. This is a substantial moment where we need to invest and try to involve also our personnel in the organization to have focused training and have them in a vision of resilience that is not just short term. We need to prepare for whatever is coming with climate extreme, and this is the moment to work and improve our BCP approach and our BCP plans.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Gianluca. I'm really looking forward to hearing more from you in November.
Thank you to all, and I hope I will share some interesting data from our last research, including on societal unrest, public perception, mitigation of second and third wave, and conflict cement. Thank you all, and looking forward to meet you online.
Great. Thank you.